Hey little bird, how are you doing? It's beautiful weather in Nashville. Um, I know I told you guys I was gonna follow up, at least on one of the comments in my last video, that I was gonna follow up on the event from yesterday. So I'm gonna still do that. And actually, let's just start with that. So, for those of you who got a chance to see the video yesterday on YouTube, I basically thought that this has probably happened to me once or twice in the past, but not as clear as yesterday. So it looked like I saw twin suns. I don't know how to explain this. I wouldn't even say twin. I mean, there was this disc that looked just like the sun we have now, although it's not the yellow sun we usually see nowadays. It's a white disc. Um, but then it felt like I also saw a separate, larger, glowing disc. I'm sorry, I'm just getting fascinated by the way the clouds are moving. Let me show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's literally they're still moving all over the sky. And I'm a big fan, like I've told you guys earlier. Rain to me is one of the cleansing processes that, Earth or Gaia or Mother Earth does. So it's a wonderful experience, as all are, as I always say. But back to what I was telling is, I wasn't sure what was going on, and I took some snapshot of, excuse me, what the sun was looking like after I recorded the video. And it still looked a little weird. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a reflection. Or maybe it's something else. One of the commenters, and I really appreciate her comments. Wonderful comments that she have been posting for this video and other videos as well. She mentioned about chemtrails, or even if you say contrails, I'm just gonna call them sprays in the sky. And I have been seeing that a lot in Nashville, and I'm guessing all over the place. I think she said she lives in California, and they recently saw a lot of those. But in Music City, we've been seeing that a lot, quite frequently. Even sometimes, I mentioned in one of the comments, you'd see the sprays happening, or the planes going right over the dark clouds. If you look closely, and you'll see a line of those sprays going all over the place, above or in between the different layers of the clouds. So maybe they're good. You never know. Some of them maybe are good. Maybe some of them are bad. You never know. There's always side effects. There's always yin and yang. And that's how the world is balanced. I've been telling that I think some of my previous videos, I may have mentioned about my allergies with pollen every now and then, some seasonal allergies. But it's kind of balanced, you know. I also take it as a note to myself a note to thyself about taking care of myself, taking care of my health, and being cautious while being just like the wonderful experiences, while being a wonderful observer, as we all should be, of everything that's going around us. Yeah. The other thing I was mentioning in that video was yesterday was April 23rd. And if some of you have checked the news, it was some doomsday, someone who does doomsday prophecies, I guess, mentioned that yesterday was going to be again the doomsday or end of the world, I guess, as we know it, with another planetary system coming in, or Planet X. Different people call it different things. But then at the last minute, it turned out to be a fake news by the same person who was being portrayed as the one claiming this event to occur. And now the thing is, I think I read in the news, in one of the news articles, that that planetary system is either already here or in its way, and will be here in the next 1,000 years. But in about 1,000 years, that's when that event will happen. I don't know. You never know. There are different things are happening right now. World is changing. I've always believed in one thing, that when you will, it will occur. In other words, anything and everything is possible. You all only have to think and will it and focus on it, or at least let it out in the air, in the universe, and let the universe decide for you, or the higher power, the force, supreme being, God, prime creator, however you want to look at it. And it does happen. A lot of people might not believe this, and I've said in several times in my past videos that some of the things are going to be believable. Some of the things you're going to keep it out on trust or faith on someone. And there will be a lot of things, or at least some things, that unless you experience it yourself, you're not going to believe it. So every now and then when I hear some things, as long as it's safe, hopefully, I decide to try it out myself. After all, like I said, we're here to experience everything, so why not? As long as it's safe and I'm cautious about what might happen as a result. So there's this series on the Gaia channel, the online Gaia channel, Gaia.com, called Missing Links. And there was an episode that talked about where the host of the show, I really apologize, I forgot his name, even though I'm a really big fan of his. And for some reason I can recollect his name right now, maybe because I didn't have enough sleep last night. That might be. I had to work late night on a project, plus because of my allergies and issues, and I had to take a medication that hyped me up with so much energy that I couldn't sleep more than an hour, or even less maybe. But in that episode, he mentioned about this Native American he met, and it had something to do with the Native American rain dance. and it pivoted into the part where there was a lot of drought. I think it was in California or Arizona, maybe it was California. You just have to check out the missile links if you get a chance. There's some wonderful episodes in that series. All I remember that he met this person who decided to go in, I guess, a sacred circle of some sort, stand in the circle, close his eyes, and then all of a sudden it started raining, and it kept on raining and raining like never before. So the host of the show, the host of Miscellaneous, he asks, what did you do that made the rain happen? And what did you pray? He said, all I thought about is how I would feel when it actually rains. And I would feel something like he was already feeling that it was already raining. He wasn't praying for the rain, but he already felt that it was already there. And it started. That was interesting. So I wanted to try it out. And I've done it quite a few times. And all I can say, I wasn't obviously asking for rain at that time. I guess maybe one time I did. All I can say, if you really will something, it will happen. I was plenty of times I'm walking in the street or on the sideways or the sidewalks, I guess, pedestrian sidewalks. And sometimes it would rain. And I would close my eyes for a few seconds, take a deep breath, clear my mind, and feel like it's not raining, but I still have the rainy breeze so that I can walk. And I would imagine that I'm already having that feeling, that it's already occurring. And it happens. Amazingly as it sounds, it does happen. Remember, you only have to believe and will from your heart and from your mind, not just from your mind or not just from your heart. If you really think from the heart, maybe it happens, but I believe in the heart-brain connection, which this series actually also talks about, and there's numerous research papers that talks about the brain neurons in your heart. And then I shared some videos in my playlist that has to do with interesting videos shared by other YouTubers. I think the gentleman's name is Mantakchia, if I'm pronouncing his name. You can check it out. He was interviewed by, I think the show was called London Real. And he talked about that now they're talking about another brain or another organ that kind of acts as a brain that covers your liver, your stomach, and other parts of the body. Hence the notion that we say we have a gut feeling about something. So I guess that's how the words came about. But at other times, it would be a sunny day during a summer day, and all I have to do, same kind of process, walk around slowly in a meditative state, which I have seen, I think previously, if not, meditative state, I believe it means being in a focused state. I think one of the videos on YouTube also talked about it by Corey Good. He was interviewed in one of the seminars, and he mentioned about it as well. But meditative state is more like a focused state, so you can be in a meditative mode voluntarily or involuntary. Sometimes people are just looking around. I think that's what Corey Good was talking about, that you're just staring at something, you're in a focused state, but that's also kind of a meditative state. So I'm walking around in a meditative state, taking these cool, deep breaths. And it's really hot sometimes. And sometimes it would feel hard to focus because I could feel the heat of the sun during a summer day on my head. But it's amazing. I all I can say that is amazing, you know? I mean, I would get into this clear state of mind, clear off my mind of anything other than the fact that I want to relax. I want to be in peace and harmony with the surroundings. And I want to feel that breeze. Even though it's a hot summer day. And not just I want to feel, I'm already feeling that there is already a breeze. I'm already holding that in my mind, in my heart. And it happens. Out of nowhere, I start feeling this breeze, this really cool, calming breeze. It's an amazing experience. That's all I can say to you guys. We as human beings are capable of so many things. Maybe that's why, you know, all these different beings from other places probably are trying to abduct us or experiment on us, even though they say a lot of us are actually being experimented upon because we are from their own cultures or ethnicities or race of beings, and we volunteered to come to this earth to do so, or even as human beings ourselves. So keep an open mind, follow your heart, but don't avoid your brain. You still need your brain, even though the heart is also kind of considered the brain, and now then the brain that covers your stomach, your spleen, your intestines, and all those. It's very interesting. At the end of the day, all I can tell you, and I've been telling this so many times, is that at the end of the day, we're all energies. We're all energy beings. And I've given this example that one of my professors, physics professors, back in my school years, almost 25 years back, told me, or almost 20 years back, told me. And that was, sorry, my hand, I'm having some trouble holding onto the phone. And that was what he said. Think about the neutrons and protons. And then think about the electrons that are circulating around them. And then think about another set of protons and neutrons and electrons circulating around them right next to that set. And then think about that happening in thousands and millions and billions and trillions of times, right next to each other. So fast enough that it feels like you're standing on a solid state. So fast enough that we are that solid beings. So fast enough that our soul, our energy form is within this enclosed format of energy. that gives the illusion of a solid state of being. But every part of our body, every part of our soul are still energies that are communicating on a regular basis with each other. We're not only extension of each other, like I've said before, and I've shared a link about another video where they mentioned about it. It had to do with the event or the solar flashes in one of my previous videos. I think it was the synchronicity and extraterrestrials. If you haven't checked that video out, really cool video. I've shared some of my personal experiences with extraterrestrials or multidimensional beings, if you want to call them that, and some cool attributes about synchronicity. Oh, but the link of the event might be in the other video that's titled "The Event Is Already Here." So that's another cool video if you haven't checked those out. But like I was saying, we are not just extension of each other. We are also extension of our own cells on a cellular level, on a minute energy level. And some of you, if you look closely, sometimes you'll notice that it's already out there. And you'll see these energy structures, tiny granulate size of energy structures floating around you. It sounds weird. It has nothing to do with an issue with your eye, as some may think. If that was the case, they wouldn't be moving all over the place, and sometimes slow, sometimes faster. It's nothing happening behind your eyes. Although, we are living in a simulation. But at the end of the day, still, you have to consider that we're all energies. But if you look closely, even if you don't see it on a day, on a daylight day, interesting way to say that. It's like I was saying, even if you think about, or even if you don't see them during the day, excuse me, if you at nighttime or in a dark room, not necessarily pitch dark, it doesn't have to be pitch dark, if you have kind of a dimmed light area at a location, it could be in your house, in your bedroom, in your living room, wherever, you don't have to get double-sided vision, for lack of better words, or like cross-eyed. You don't have to do that. Just focus on what you're seeing. Start looking, and you'll see these really tiny granular form of stuff's flowing all over the place. It's kind of like white noise, only in some cases it's going to look like black, and some lighting is going to look like white. Energy. Even the ones that you see in the TV, it's energy. Energy particles floating all over the place. And you can listen to some of them, and you can listen to them. That very kind of, if any of you have ever noticed, at a very late night, if you're in a room with no noise going on around and you're trying to sleep, you're trying to focus your mind to go to sleep, and you hear this noise out of nowhere, a very, for lack of better words, thin or silent noise. It sounds kind of high pitched, but it's not. That's just energy particles floating around you. Hopefully positive. Actually, I believe in everything positive, so it's a little different from for me. I look at everything as wonderful experiences. Just like I'm amazed about looking at the sky right now. I'm gonna show you guys. This is an amazing view. Simply spectacular. Okay, I guess I was pulling a little too much energy around me. Because right after I said a spectacular view, right around that time my phone was heating up and it got heated up to a point my phone decided to shut down. It happened to me before. Just be careful when you're that excited with energy. Things would happen, and like I say, some of these things you'll only know when you experience them yourself. But it's like 65 degrees in my car right now, and my watch says the highest temperature outside is 63 degrees, so there is no way my car's temperature or the temperature outside would keep getting disconnected. But yeah, so there was no way my car's temperature or the temperature outside was heating my phone up. Like you see, the weather's changing. It still looks really lovely. The clouds are still moving all over the place. The world is changing, but hey, it's been changing since its birth. So I don't know why people keep on panicking about it. We're changing ourselves. Think about all the drugs that we've been taking all this time, all the medications. There have been news in the past where they've already decided to say that not only we're getting super bugs, which are basically regular bugs for us right now, because we ourselves are also getting mutated. Our body is adapting, basically, just like the bugs are adapting. So what used to be super bugs for us are just regular bugs, just like any other diseases in the past that all you have to take is a shot, or sometimes you don't even have to. It just, your body takes care of it on its own. And now the super bugs are basically the regular bugs. And I'm hoping the same thing is going to be with my pollen allergies. Which it looks like sometimes it does, but hey, you can only pace yourself as much to be in pace with Mother Earth or Gaia, and you try your best. Don't hassle yourself. Don't stress yourself. Be in peace, be in calm. And just enjoy these wonderful experiences all the time. Don't worry about all the negative things. In fact, take those as wonderful experiences as well. Like I always say, that's more important. It's the main thing that we are here is for that purpose, is to have these wonderful experiences here. Stay safe, stay cautious, while being the wonderful observers that all of you are, all of us are, and wonderful experiencers that all of us are. And be happy, be loving, be caring, be sharing, be forgiving, be appreciative, be compassionate to yourself and to everyone, including the trees and the water that you drink. That's all I believe. Everything and everyone and every being, even the bacteria that's in your body and that's floating around in the sky, or swimming in the water somewhere. Everyone and everything and every being. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to this channel. To check out also the other videos that I've posted, and also most importantly, turn on your notification bells while you subscribe so you can stay notified and up to date about the upcoming videos. Share your comments on this video, what you think about it, any other topics that you want me to share in the future, and share comments on the other videos. Like I said, this channel is fairly new, so obviously I'm gonna try to reply to everyone, even when the channel gets shared all over the place later on. But especially now that I'm able, I'm more than happy to reply back or comment back whenever possible, for sure. And anything that you want to share on a private basis, feel free to just email it to me on goodnessforallbeings@gmail.com, and I'll put the link, like I always do, on this video that I've started doing on my previous videos as well. So that's it. Peace and love to all of you. It's a wonderful day here in Nashville. Gosh, I love it. I don't know, I'm just in a very happy and energetic mood right now. That's all I can say. So peace and love to all of you. Peace and blessings to all of you and all of us. Until next time, this is MK. I am energy, and we are all energies. Take care.